Greetings, friends. It's Collrane, or Collrane Tarot here on YouTube. My pronouns are they, them, and we are going to engage in an energy work session today. So thank you so very much for clicking on this video and being a part of this energy session. My deepest gratitude from the deepest parts of my heart go out to you all at this moment. So the way that this energy work is going to be practiced today is going to be separated into two separate groups. So, but I do recommend that you sit through the intro portion that is going to be the collective energy work, because I'm anticipating that we all have some common ground, and so I want to set the intentions for this session as a group. So I have this tray. Let me move to the side a little bit. Over here, I'm gonna actually move this cute little pillow out to the side back here, just so that maybe you can see the candle while I'm gonna be doing this work. And so what we're gonna be doing together is lighting this candle, and we're going to be setting our intentions through the use of this candle. So the intention that I am setting for this energy session is going to be for whatever you as the individual are needing the most at this moment. That energy can reach you, and you can be open to not only engaging with the energy, but integrating this energy in whatever you like capacity that you need. Because Reiki, this is the lineage that I've come down through, is through Reiki. But because the energy healing, the energy arts that I've moved into as an individual practitioner, because this is focused on that intelligent energy of the universe, this is something that recently, through my break that I've taken from posting, I've just felt that allowing this intelligent energy to come forward and manifest and, you know, weave its way in our lives in a way that we are needing rather than trying to control. That's been really helpful for me in my own personal practice, and for the people that I've been doing energy healing and energy arts on in my day-to-day. Like, you know, we always want to share things with the people that are closest to us. So I'm going to start with this little matchbox. Just lighting this for the intention that this is going to assist us in benevolent and balancing ways, and invite in our spirit guides. Oh no, the match broke. When this happens, I just want to, at least for me, because I work with that kind of chaos magic, I always see this as a sign to just loosen up and relax and allow it to flow. Also, it's going to take a minute for me to get this lit because, there we go, the match paper on the back is a little old. So, okay, and then I'm trying to let you see this, and I'm going to set this over here. Nope, it's not going to light that too much. It's okay. So just allowing this energy to fill your space. And this is the time where, for me, it's really important that you activate your consent. So, you know, just say aloud or softly within, I open my heart, my mind, my body, my spirit to receiving this universal life force energy that will best assist me, that will best balance me, that will best center and ground me at this time. And I already have felt the energy shift since lighting this candle, so this is going to be a really cool and powerful session, I feel. I'm going to smoke, or not smoke, I was about to say smoke cleanse, but I mean sound cleanse. I'm also going to smoke cleanse, but I'm going to sound cleanse really quick. This is my trusty singing bowl. If you've seen my videos, you've probably seen this appear a couple times. we're just going to use this to open up the heart, because our heart is where we draw all of our life force energy through. So this is the most important chakra if you work with the chakra systems. And to me, if you're just working in terms of like energetic consciousness, this is the most important consciousness point in your whole body. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just surrounding your body with that vibration. And I don't know if any of you just noticed, but that took a while to kind of get up to its full vibration. So there's almost like a dullness in the heart space that I was watching kind of be reinvigorated with life. So I don't know if you felt any pressure or a loosening and opening, if you imagined like chains or strings falling away from the heart space, any kind of constriction. I just feel it's been released for a lot of you watching. And I'm going to use the rosemary to smoke cleanse actually, and help you to get into the space where you're open and ready to choose between the two options that I have for you today. So I just want you to begin to breathe deeply down into the body. And I am feeling like a few of you are accustomed to energy work, or you do it for yourself, or you go and get it done often. Or if you're not intentionally doing it, this is something that you're doing subconsciously with yourself. And if you're not interested in it, that's okay. There are some of you that I feel this is something that's newer for you. Yeah, just allowing your energy to align to itself, releasing any influences. And I also was feeling called during the sound bowl session. I was just seeing angels surrounding everyone who is present for this energy work. So I'm just inviting you to acknowledge the presence of your guardian angel and any angels that are here to assist you, because I am feeling like those spiritual forces of benevolence and guidance are around each and every one of the souls who are present for this session. So just continue, please, to breathe, breathe, breathe. Imagine roots, imagine your feet digging down into the mud, some kind of imagery that helps you to feel grounded. Maybe it's imagining an animal or a plant guide or ally that's in your space, imagining that spirit with you now. And my cat is joining us, speaking of grounding and having animal companions. So I am going to get the tools for the second group. And so I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and release. You can release it out of your mouth the way that I just did, but I'm feeling like there's a lot of stuck and stagnant energy in both groups. So just to get yourself clear for making a choice. So group 1 is this sodalite heart. Has almost like I wish it would focus a little better, but it has these like silvery beads or veins through it. It's a nice deep dark blue. And group 2 This is a little morganite, raw morganite piece. Has some silver in it as well. Maybe that's a theme for the groups. I think these are the only 2 crystals I have that have silver in them. So when you're ready to select, you know what to do. Head to the timestamp in the description that matches your group. So I will see you. Okay. Hello, group 1, if you're still with me. Then you selected that first little sodalite heart. And my cat, Miss Suki, is over here. So I'm just going to start tapping this around your aura. And something that I like to use for my energy healings is crystals. I have a Pisces moon, so crystal healing is a really big part of my practice. And to me, it's not just about, that they're beautiful, that they're nice collector items. To me, crystal healing is all about feeling the vibration, the memory, the consciousness, and the physical material energy of the crystal. So I know a lot of blue crystals, they're formed from water getting trapped in the earth or getting condensed within the earth's crust. So this sodalite, I'm not sure exactly how it's formed, but I believe it is connected to that water type energy. And I know that this comes from North America. There's something about like mountains, like this sodalite to me has the energy of being on a trek or a long journey. And part of the memory, part of the consciousness of the crystals is that I feel I can channel messages through the energetic healing. And so this energy that I'm getting for you with this sodalite heart group 1 is that you're on quite a journey right now, and there's some kind of big challenges that you're trying to overcome in your life right now. And it feels like you might feel alone on this journey. You might feel like there's a lot that you're facing, but you're learning how to take on survival skills that actually enhance your soul's ability to traverse the earth plane. And what they're showing me is like when somebody is forced to be in a survival situation, they have to gain relationships to the natural world around them just to baseline survive. So there's something here about you learning practical skills that will get you through situations with ease, and also gain you a little bit of grit, maybe some honor in the spiritual realm, that you are able to go through such challenges with ease, with clarity, with strength. So yeah, this group, beautiful perseverance energy. Now I'm gonna pull out another match. Don't worry, I won't be lighting it, because I know that match paper is not the most fun to watch me try and strike it over and over on. But I'm going to light your personal candle. I'm going to dress it in my hands with some Reiki infused oil. Shout out to my friend Heidi. Thank you for making me this beautiful energy work oil. I use it all the time. So I'm just charging my hands up with this love energy. This is a rose oil, rose and calendula oil. So there's something subtly energizing about this. I'm just pressing this into your aura. Pressing. And I saw 1414 on the clock. So that reminds me of the temperance energy and Sagittarius energy. So a lot of you may be actually going on journeys. This may be prepping you for travel, helping you to be receptive. So just breathe. Feeling the blessing of the winds Spirit of the winds of change, the winds of direction, the winds of guidance, the winds of travel, momentum. And I'm going to light this incense for you as well. Sorry, I didn't forget about your candle. This group, you're just, your energy is guiding me to do lots of preparations. And this is a pine incense for grounding, for strength, for stability, for deep and true love. And I don't know if anyone saw that, but the oil anointed this smoky quartz that I brought to use on you. Sorry, I lost the match. And so that's just some extra good energy for clearing and cleansing. I feel like a lot of you have been holding on to... that was more chaos magic. So a lot of you have been holding on to some kind of old energy. I don't know if you saw this flower just go up in flame. That was a little bit of my bad, but there's some release that needs to happen. So I'm gonna start channeling in some Reiki symbols into your aura using this smoky quartz. And something really beautiful about smoky quartz is that you can still see through it. It's clear, but it has a bit of a cast to repel, reflect, hide or shroud us from negative energies, as well as for the electromagnetic frequency or your auric field on a level of physics, like where your energy body is moving. This crystal rebalances and recharges that electromagnetic field. And so what I'm doing is bringing in these Reiki symbols. To sweep through your aura. These are not Reiki symbols anymore, but I'm just sweeping through your aura. And bring the beautiful energy of the smoky quartz, especially around your back. The back of the neck as well. If there's any stress being held here, let's release that and give it a channel out and down, out and down, out and down. I want to thank the elementals of the earth for helping us to cleanse and clear and ground our energy. Feeling safe, feeling protected. I'm feeling like for some of you maybe that mountain energy came out in the sodalite, because there's something here about you not trusting the earth. I almost wanted to call it Mother Earth. Not trusting her to hold you safe. I know that there's a lot of fear that's circulating the collective, even in spiritual communities right now. And so be discerning about who you're giving access to read your energy or influence you using words or spells, as I like to call them. So just removing any psychic influences that are ungrounding or fear-based, that seek to extract or siphon your energy. Removing that, replacing this with openings for true guidance, true insight, and true trust, connection, intuition, vulnerability. So I'm working in that third eye chakra area right here between the eyes, and actually in the eyes and the ears. Realigning this energetic system. Okay. The last crystal that I have drawn out for your grow is this aventurine crystal. And this is actually another crystal that I know, or mineral. I call them all crystals, but you know what I mean. It's another mineral that is known to remove pollutants. So I just intuitively selected these, so it's really cool that they're coming together like that. But something, at least around where I live near a lot of mountains, like kind of in a valley area. I can see mountains on almost every side. And something that happens is when you're down in the valley, the air is super polluted because of travel. At least where I live especially, there's a lot of warehouses for the company which shall not be named. And there's just a lot of even like light pollution, noise pollution. There's just a lot of pollutants. And what this mineral does is it cleanses and opens the heart, allowing you to receive prosperity, allowing you to adventure, to trust enough to step out of your comfort zone, as well as the aventurine can remove or transmute the pollutants, not remove. I mean, they're still there, but their energy is turned into something different. I don't know how this crystal does that, but it's a nice thing to believe about it. That's part of what energy work does, is that we're using our power of belief, our power of intention, our power of reception to the subtle energies. And I'm gonna start coaxing, I guess, inviting you to imagine that there is a green, aventurine river flowing through every single one of your chakra points. So we're going to start from the top of your head at the crown chakra, inviting this beautiful green light down from the soul star, down through the crown, through the third eye, down through the throat, through the heart. And imagine when it gets the heart, it bursts out into all of the etheric layers, the etheric body, the astral body, the emotional, the mental, the physical, all these layers of ourselves, penetrating every layer, releasing, transmuting, and opening yourself up to discerning and accepting the energies that are meant for you. So once we move through that heart space and through the entire rest of the aura, imagine this green river going down into the the solar plexus. We're about to skip one of the chakras. The solar plexus here at the center of the body. Imagine any emotional baggage, any emotional trauma, any emotional resentments being released. Imagine any anger finding its purpose or being transmuted. Moving down into the sacral, allowing yourself to feel held, to feel safe, to feel vulnerable. Any past life energies that need to be released here, please be released. Please be released. And down, down, down to the root and into the earth. Imagine this green energy flowing. And I just saw on the timer, on the clock of the video, 2424. So that may be an angel number that you can use to ground and connect this green aventurine energy into your life, even if you don't own one. Beautiful, beautiful. group one. I'm going to do some more handwork, less talking. So please allow me to do that for you now. To smoke cleanse you from the candle that we've lit. It's going to take me a minute to get this lit, but it is a cinnamon stick. And this cinnamon stick is meant to bring in power. And in this case, I'm going to bring it in for personal power. Sometimes we almost trick ourselves out of adventure and new energy because we don't believe we have the ability to. So with this cinnamon stick, this is actually some of the most smoke I've ever gotten off of it. What this cinnamon stick is bringing in is that energy of trusting your decisions. But also cinnamon is a very hardy, it's like dense, it's like wood. So it helps to give us strong roots and a connection to place. So, if we're going on an adventure and we're in the wrong place, or we're in a place that doesn't have much to offer us, we're gonna feel a little bit lost or like we're lacking. And if we have a good internal compass and we know exactly where the magnetic draw, where that magnetic pull of the earth is taking us, we're gonna feel really connected to where we are, what we're doing, how we are provided with the means to stay there, to do what we're doing. So this, I'm just focusing this especially down into the root and energizing the Earth Star chakra, which I always see as a compass. So and I just want to invite you, group one, to put your hands down on your abdomen. Take a deep breath and feel that area expand. Take a couple more deep breaths as I move this cinnamon stick down into that area. Oops, sorry, I hope that's not too loud. And I'm going to begin to reflect this red tiger's eye down into that area to energize the root chakra. If you've been feeling just kind of almost like depression type energy, excess anger, confusion, fear, I'm gonna reflect this energy in there to replace all of those energies I just mentioned with confidence, with acceptance, with faith, with expertise, with strength, excitement, joy, gratitude especially. Gratitude is one of the most rooting energies that we can bring into our lives. Beautiful. You are safe. You are abundant. And not just that. I know these kind of sound like cliches and they're used a lot in spiritual healing, but you are worthy of being here. Even if you are frustrated with the world, even if you are frustrated with your family, even if you are frustrated with yourself, even if you are frustrated with the people who are closest to you, it is okay to feel frustrated. It is okay to feel unsure. And it is okay to want more and to have desires in this life. And it is okay to feel worthy of those desires. So, I'm going to start the tarot reading portion of your session. So thank you if you've stuck with me through this energy session. I really appreciate your presence here. I'm going to start your reading with a little read, like a literal read, from this book called Live and Learn and Pass It On. Thanks to my friend Lena for this book. So I'm going to do what I call bibliomancy, where I just shuffle the book around until I land on a page that feels right for you. And I'm going to use my finger to point where I need to read. These are all quotes that are written by people just to give you some context. And they're supposed to be like words of wisdom, right? Things that they've learned through life experience. So the one you got is someone who is age 79, and they said, "I've learned that you shouldn't push your luck. Play it safe and move the ladder." Interesting. So we've been bringing this energy of adventure, of exploring. That's what I feel like you intuitively needed. But there's also an elevation of ascension, and it's interesting, an elevation of ascension. Why did I say it like that? But you know what I mean. I guess I misspoke on purpose, because there's that energy of you rising, of you taking on more in your life, achieving beyond where you're at the moment. And so it's saying, you know, if you've got a good thing going, try and move up within what you're doing. Try and elevate or expand what you've been pursuing. Because I feel like a lot of you may be questioning if you're on the right path, because you want more. You know, does this mean, do I move? Do I get a new job? Do I change career paths? Things like that is what a lot of what I feel is coming up for a lot of you. A lot of this anxiety is around work, or around purpose, and you know, maybe having activism, things like that, like expressions that you make in the world to change the world. But what this word of wisdom is saying is that play it safe is not really saying like keep yourself small. It's more of like know where there's a guarantee that you're going to be able to express what you need to express, and maybe work from the inside out. So for a lot of you, I am feeling like you're a more conventional group, where you do things a bit more like you have big dreams, but the acting out of them are around things that already exist. Not to say that, you know, you're not progressive or expansive. This is more of like you see what already exists and you want to improve it, if that makes sense. And so what this quote is saying is like, don't push yourself too far or get too far out of the original intentions that you've been setting. So I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Guiding Light Tarot. and then we're going to move into some oracle after I get a bit more on your energy. So please, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors who walk with us, please help me to connect to the group 1 who has just had their energy attuned and opened. Please help me to channel messages that will assist them on their divine path and bring them the clarity and energy that they need at this moment. Thank you, thank you. I will cleanse this through the incense that is almost out. Okay, there you go. So, you got 3 cards that popped out. The Queen of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. So, this is fire, earth, and earth. So I'm feeling like this Queen of Wands, since it's the only signifier here, is representing you, group 1. This is somebody who has a vision, who has a goal, and also has a path paved to walk along, to get to that goal. Whether this path is in your mind, whether this path is something that you're being intuitively led down, there is some on the ground work that you know or have in mind that will draw you towards this goal. The thing about fire is fire needs something to consume, and so there have to be things along the way that need to have your energy inputted into them, if that makes sense. So for example, I'm thinking about when there is a place that is prone to wildfires. This could be, you know, an open reserve of land. There's a lot of maybe brush or natural plant life that's not really well maintained by humans, so this can be kind of an open place. And along the edges there will be these things called fire trails, I believe, where they just carve out a couple feet wide of dirt that has no life, nothing growing out of it that can be consumed by the fire, so that if a fire is to happen on one side or the other of this fire road, I think that's what it's called, the fire road, the fire can't jump across and then continue to spread. And so there's something here about where you have a destined pathway as the fire that needs to consume, but there are boundaries or limitations that you're going to have to go alongside. So for a lot of you, if this is working in some kind of job where, you know, you're maybe in a more corporate position, or there are certain procedures you have to follow, or there's, you know, a hierarchy to it, there's something that you're gonna have to almost deal with as you go through these things. There's also an opportunity for you to maintain your personal power though, and be an example of how these energies can change. So don't, you know, take everything lying down. Don't be somebody who just conforms to conform. There is a way for you to revolutionize, because what fire does is it transmutes, it changes the matter of something. I mean, as we saw this flower right here, it completely like went up in flames. So there's something about, like, I mean, even the color of it changed. It went from being this purple to being this kind of like darker purple color. So I hope that's making sense for you at least a little bit, group 1. So paired with these energies though of the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, anything that you've been doing to plan, to be savvy about how you're using your, not only your financial resources, but your energetic resources, anything that has to do with sharing information. This can even be sharing like cultural information through the way that you know, command your energy, the way that you, for a lot of you, this could be that you're a very creative being and you have to share this creative energy with others, the way that you're, you know, keeping certain things hidden or private or to yourself, as well as dreaming and imagining how you can extend and offer these resources to others is really, really essential. So if you're thinking about doing something related to your culture, related to your creativity, related to any like spiritual gifts you have, this is definitely saying that you putting in this dedicated time and effort and being really smart about what you choose to share and how you choose to share it this is like definitely divinely blessed and divinely guided, because the Four of Coins, or Four of Pentacles, talks about sometimes like hoarding or reserving things, but I think that the reservation is actually a good energy for you, since you're somebody who has such a strong light, as shown by the Queen of Wands. And even though you are somebody that's maybe more reserved, because I always see these queens as maybe somebody who's more behind the scenes, just that energy of being connected to oneself, there's something here about using that what you know to be true within yourself and using it to plant seeds for your own prosperity. And I'm getting this message again about that gratitude. Rooting yourself in gratitude is going to make you notice your abundance tenfold, because some of you have been just creating cycles of lack for yourself purely based on your focus and what you're concentrating on from day-to-day life. If you readjust your focus, retrain how you validate your thoughts and what you affirm into your life, using your words, using your time, using your energy, you're going to see that there's actually a lot more prosperity in your life than you previously thought that there was. So I'm going to move on. Very interesting energy for you, Group 1. You're definitely focused on some kind of career upgrades. There's a lot of Jupiter energy in your group as well. And I did see the angel number 3737 while I was channeling for you, so that can be another thing. You may just be getting like repeated numbers in general. So, anything else, Spirit, for Group 1, angels and ancestors and guides? So, I want to thank the elementals of fire for being present for my Group 1 today, since I've thanked the elements of air and the elements of earth. And also I want to thank the elements of water for helping us do that river of adventuring through the body. But we got another fiery energy, in my opinion. This being looks so much like the Queen of Wands, so you may be a fire sign or just have a lot of fire present in your chart. Or you may be somebody who just resonates with the element of fire. You don't have to have that astrological confirmation to be somebody who feels like connected to the element of fire. I know for me, I have a lot of things in, like, I pay attention to the rulers of houses. So, you know, let's say you have a lot of things in your 1st, your 6th, and your 9th house. No. 5th, sorry. Your 1st, your 5th, and your 9th house. Those are all the fire ruled houses, in my opinion. So you may have things there. Or planets transiting those houses. But you have 23, the present. Here's an affirmation for you. It says, I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. As well as card 42, Wheel of Life. I am guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. So yes, whatever is conditionally happening to you right now, it's not permanent. It is temporary. Even if it is a good experience, it is temporary. It is something that we can take in and either allow it to be part of the foundation for future experiences, add it to, our collection, or we can release it and transmute it, heal it, use it as creative fuel. And so it's really important that you're being very intentional and discerning about how you're using energy and what you're using that energy for, if that makes sense. For some of you, it's like being very intentional about the physical materials that come your way, not just overly releasing everything, being aware of, can I use this thing? Can I allow this thing to help me? There's something about time in these cards too, the present and the Wheel of Life. So it's saying, like, be very in the present and not so much in the past and not so much in the future. Even as you're planning, make sure that you're really checking in with where you're at now. There's something about this group's energy where I feel that the grounding work that we've done today is really going to help you, because there may have been a difficulty getting grounded in the past, just because of life circumstances. So it's really time to take yourself out of those fear responses and focus in on that gratitude and that love for your life, because there's always something to be grateful for. So yeah, I want to reread this present one. I fully experience every moment of my life by living in the present. Sorry, I wanted to say by being in the present. So there's something here about maybe not dissociating, not allowing yourself to be taken out of the present moment because of, getting lost in thoughts or having imaginary conversations with people in your head, not letting other people hijack your focus by trying to draw you into, the many distractions of life. And yeah, if you are, my final message here is, if you are living where I'm living, in the northern hemisphere where it is winter, I know that there are a lot of common influences, because it's not even a conversation that's had. Sometimes it is, but there's a lot of energetic influences that try and push us out of the natural way of being in the winter, which is rest. And because this person is resting, they're being very quiet. Even this card is colored like fall, or like the warmth of like a winter fire. There's something here about taking your time to just be. A lot of you, I do feel, can very clearly hear your spirit guides if you take the time to calm down, and to slow down, because that's maybe where you're getting tripped up right now, is that you're trying to push your guidance when it's not the time yet. And so taking that intentional time, you may channel bits and pieces periodically for yourself as well. So yeah. If you are in the southern hemisphere though, and you're in the summer, I do feel like sometimes the summer asks us for that pause, but there is something about being able to, I guess, regardless of when you see this video, because this is a timeless energy session and a timeless reading, whenever you find this video, whatever season it is, consider the energy of that season. If it's asking you to slow down, if it's asking you to pick up the pace, what's going on. And if you're trying to travel, what is the season of the place that you're going to trying to communicate to you as well? Is there an experience of the seasons that is going to assist you in that trip? So okay. And I'm going to close this reading in this energy session with an affirmation, and then I'm going to do a final little sweep through your aura, and I'll send you on your way. This is the final affirmation for your group, and I love this so much because this is what we were talking about. I am a champion of love. I don't give power to fear. I am a champion of love. I don't give power to fear. Beautiful, beautiful. Group 1. So I'm just gonna finalize this energy, building up your energy from below, filling you with a divine white light energy and whatever quality that you want to give it. I'm thanking you so very much, Group 1, sending you so much love, so much gratitude, and I'm hoping that you have a blessed day. Bye, my friend. Greetings, Group 2. If you selected this second group, this is your energy session because you chose this Morganite. I always think this one looks like a duck. I found this one nearby, so this one has a special type of energy for me, but yeah, it looks like a little duck, and ducks are really cute, and they hang out at ponds, and they just have a really positive energy in my opinion, but they definitely are a little sassy. So you guys have some high energy. You also, I feel like, are my more social butterfly group. So you've got like more of that outgoing type of energy. You may work in an environment where you have to talk to a lot of people, or you may just be somebody that's very social. Like you organize your friend group, you talk to them on the daily, you have the group chats and all that. So there's something here about just being surrounded by a lot of people. You might live in a city, actually, even if you're not super social. You may just be somebody that just has a lot of like beings around you, if that makes sense. Like you definitely like live in an ecosystem the way that a city is. So yeah, human contact and interaction is really important. And if not human, it's like spiritual contact. So I guess there's like a split even within this group. There's gonna be some of you that are more focused on your spiritual journey, on spiritual contact, on being in communion with the spirit realm, and that's why there's so much of the energy of the other coming through, or communication in general. And then there's the other half of you where you're more focused on the human realm, on the human collective, etc., etc. So take that how it resonates. But yeah, this is your group. So I'm actually feeling like I want to start your group with this rose oil. Shout out to my friend Heidi for making this Reiki oil for me. Thank you, thank you. I'm just using it to warm my hands and get the energy going for your group. Just inviting you to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, before I started this session, I felt like I really needed to, I always do this, I always cleanse, I always clear, and I always like kind of set the space, but I really felt like I needed to like tidy up, and I was noticing all of like the little details. So I don't know if a lot of you are really detail oriented, or there's something about the small stuff or noticing the details in your life that's really important right now, because I'm also feeling that overall I'm really only going to be aligning your energy centers, and bringing you back into balance, because your energy is really high energy. It's not like you're low energy. You don't really need to be picked up. I also just saw 333 on the clock, so you're really needing to align yourself so that you can receive guidance and information from the higher realms, is what I'm hearing for your group. And if this may be related to being somebody who is that channel between spirit and the human collective, as there's a lot of energies changing right now with Pluto just recently moving into Aquarius like 2 days ago from when I'm filming this, but this is a timeless reading, of course, and energy session. But if you're more on the end of like working with the human collective, and just being more of like a social energy, there's something here about like others relying on you for that sense of stability, direction, relying on you for like finding the joy in life as well. And so it's really important that you're connected to divine joy through the higher realms, through higher dimensional consciousness, and that you're able to recognize those shadow places within yourself, so that you're not perpetuating negative dynamics while you're trying to like be an energy of light and joy. So really, I feel like what we're doing is just going to be bringing you into alignment. So I'm going to start with the selenite wand, and I just want you to be breathing deep and close your eyes. And I want you on the next breath to allow whatever color comes to your mind to fill your aura. Whatever color you feel, whatever color you see. Might be a color you're seeing next to me. It's okay. Whatever you feel, whatever you see. What is the texture of this color? Is it cloudy? Is it silken? Is it jagged? Is it crunchy? What is the texture of this color? And how is it sweeping through your energy? Are there any subtleties to this color? Does it carry any significance beyond just what the color is? For example, if you're seeing blue, is this a calming blue? Or is it an energizing blue? Imagine this sweeping through your aura. Imagine it collecting any kind of intoxicants in your energy. And you can choose whether this color in your aura is a cloud that draws it, and then almost like a tea bag, it like fills up with that, like how a tea bag collects the water, and diffuses and dyes the water a different color or a different energy. Or you can imagine that this is like a sticky thing, so that it collects and draws all that to it, and it can leave your energy as well. So it's up to you. Whatever you decide, we're going to start imagining that little balls, little sparkles of white light energy flowing through every single one of your energy centers, starting with the crown at the top of your head, trickling down through into your third eye. Sorry, I was about to get a foot cramp. Into your third eye, down through into your throat, into the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and down into the root, into your earth star, and into the earth itself. Okay. And what those little sparkles of white light were doing, we're just bringing in and coating your energy in this light, almost like fearless, carefree type of energy that comes straight from source, that allows us to experience, to observe our emotions, to observe our, just experience in general, what we are going through, and be able to make meaning out of it, as well as accept it for what it is. So I had two other crystals that I pulled, or stones. I don't know, I call them all crystals, so I hope you forgive me if that's not like the exact correct term for some of these, but I have this stone that I found, and it's kind of like a purpley color. I found this on the beach, and there is like a heart. I don't know if you can see it. I noticed this like way after I took it home, but there's this heart in this stone. So there's something here about this crystal or this rock connecting you to your ancestors, connecting you to the ebb and the flow of life, to those waves of consciousness. I know for me, when I'm going through different spiritual experiences, different spiritual upgrades, when I'm teaching versus when I'm doing personal spiritual practice, there's different waves of consciousness that flow over me. So I just want to pass this through your energy a little bit and allow for its wisdom to come through, the wisdom of your ancestors to be able to reach you. I'm also being drawn down to the sacral, because that's our lunar, our water chakra. And so I'm just drawing some of the Reiki symbols in here to activate this chakra, because I feel like for a lot of you there's quite a few blockages in this orange chakra. So maybe working with the color orange, wearing color orange, eating orange foods might really help you open up this blockage. And I just saw the number 11, so maybe the number 11 is important for you. Maybe it'll take 11 days, maybe 11 individual actions. Just drawing that down into the room. being called to work on your crown, to open you up to higher dimensions of consciousness if you're ready. Bringing down streams, channels, opening pathways for you to draw energy through, to allow energy to pass through you. If there's any work that you're doing on the astral plane, supporting, opening you up to these energetic movements all along your back as well, in the subconscious body. And I just saw 1111, so more 11 confirmations. Definitely, if you are not doing dream work, it's really important for you to be paying attention to your dreams, or to be doing something to influence your dreams. This can be even just doing some type of meditation or prayer before you go to sleep, or upon waking, sleeping with certain items around you if you work with them, calling on certain spiritual energies before you sleep, things like that. Okay. I'm feeling like your energy has calmed down a bit, which is nice. I think for you, at least, I feel like a lot of you are very busy, active. So getting your energy to be centered is really important. The last crystal energy I'm going to use, like I told group 1, I'm a Pisces moon, so crystal healing is a really big deal for me, I guess. It's just something that's natural. And so I've been using them in my energy healing sessions a lot more, especially since I took that little break from YouTube. But this is a jade. This is one of my favorite crystals I own, actually. It has a really beautiful gold piece in it right here. I don't know if it'll reflect very well for you, but there's something just luxurious about this energy, but it's still practical. It still wants us to focus on the energy of our ancestors. And I feel like for this group, a lot of you are working with your ancestors really heavily, and they're helping you face a lot of challenges and overcome karmic patterns, as well as just ancestral or generational patterns that you're supposed to transmute. And so I want to bring this crystal in mostly into your third eye space right here, to just cleanse you of any ungrounded or unhelpful beliefs around your spirituality, any energies that are distorted, especially because I'm feeling like there's some distortions for some of you in the third eye. Just opening this up to some Reiki symbols that I'm channeling in telepathically. Bringing in emotional healing to this energy and channeling this down to connect this third eye area with the heart. Jade is a beautiful stone for the heart chakra, and so I'm just connecting these two energy centers. So imagine in your own body, from this point in the center of the head down to the center of the chest, imagine those two energy centers being linked up, and a beautiful, beautiful energy of exchange, of love, of higher consciousness, awareness, and wisdom being synchronized right now for you. Imagine an empowering of this energy, a flow, a centering. And repeat after me if you are open to it. Higher universe, higher beings of wisdom, please open me up to the information, the energy, the knowledge, and the awareness that is going to help and guide my spirit to heal my heart of any wounding, and to cleanse my energy of any distortions or imbalances as I move forward in my spiritual journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted to say Ashe, but I don't think that I don't know. It's not quite in my spiritual practice wheelhouse, but it just felt right. So if that's something that you do, you can say Ashe or Amen, something like that. Maybe even Namaste if that is your practice to take on. I just was feeling like there was a little thank you needed to the Ascended Masters, because I do feel like there are a lot of higher dimensional guides that are present in this reading. I can't name all of them because there are so many different people here. But yeah, there are a lot of Ascended Masters here in this group, especially with starting this reading and this energy work with that 333 energy. So I'm going to do something. I want to bring in this like floral energy for you, because, and what I'm doing is starting with the rosemary, which is a flowering herb, just to cleanse your energy. And bring you some mental, physical, and spiritual peace. As well as I'm going to take these little dried paper flowers and just start to sweep those through your energy field. Bringing in this energy of love, appreciation. One of my favorite Bible verses. I'm not a Christian, but I do appreciate this verse. Is consider the lilies, for even they're cloaked. I'm not gonna be able to quote it exactly, but it's like, for even King Solomon was not dressed as beautifully as these. So just cleansing away any areas in your energy where you do not believe of your worthiness, where you do not see your beauty. And just bringing in more beautiful energy to supplement those imbalances. And using the rosemary at the same time as a just general health agent. Rosemary is so multifaceted. I love it. Okay. Now, for your tarot, I'm going to light this pine incense. And as I do this, I have a little tea light that I want to light for you, group 2. And as I do this, if you have any personal intentions that you would like to set for any additional energy that may come through as we channel and read, because I'm moving into the tarot portion, please do this right now. Allow this flame to bring some positive energy into your life, to bring some light into your spirit at this time. And I'm going to let this burn all the way to completion. I have group 1's candle over here. It's not affecting your energy session at all. It's just more to continue their energy. And so I'm going to start this portion with a little prayer, passing a little bit more of that. I'm seeing just like that pink, that Morganite energy through your aura. And I'm going to say, angels, spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, please join us and be present. Please be with us for this reading, for this channeling, this moment of peace, this moment of guidance, this moment of receptivity in our day. Please allow messages that are going to benefit those viewing group 2, those who just received this energy healing. Please allow for these messages to be in tandem with that energy work, to work cohesively and harmoniously with them for as long as they need. So, we're going to start with some bibliomancy, where I'm going to open this book called Live and Learn and Pass It On.
these are all different quotes from people of different ages. They're kind of old quotes, so you know, take that as it is. But this is from my friend Lena, so shout out Lena, thank you. And I'm going to, I knew it was going to be this one, so I moved my finger around just to point to what quote you need. So the quote that is for you, group 2, is by somebody who is age 49, and they said, "I've learned that whenever you need to borrow money, it's best to look prosperous." Interesting. So for some of you, this may be that money is coming your way, that you're going to be in a position where people are going to want to give you money. So if you're fundraising or crowdfunding or something, or if you're even just asking for a loan, keep in mind that how you appear, the energy that you carry into that situation is really going to assist the outcome of it. And I kind of want to get you a second one because I feel like there's something else that we could do. And it's the top one on this one, and it's by somebody who's age 31, and it says, "I learned that you shouldn't look for romance where you work." So it's interesting because you got 2 quotes about work, and they were both by middle-aged people. So some of you may be those ages, age 31 or 49. You don't have to be. But there's something here about finding your maturity in a way, and being able to accept help when you need it, but also being focused on your work. So that second quote is answering any of you if you are setting the intention around romance, which I did feel intuitively when I lit your candle, that's maybe not the priority for you right now, or don't mix romance and business right now, especially with that specific quote coming forward, because there's a lot of different quotes in that book. So yeah, don't mix romance with work. So your first card that's coming out, I was just kind of shuffling subconsciously and intuitively, still setting the intention that your guides can come through and offer messages to you. So the bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Wands. So in general, I feel like this group is very spread out. There's a lot of different ambitions that you're all pursuing, but each of you has some kind of lead on some kind of, I would say for a lot of you it's going to be a creative project. For others of you it's something creative you're doing within your work that you may not call a creative project, but it is. But there's some kind of new endeavor with that page being there that is coming from your heart, because the heart on the Page of Wands was emphasized. You can only see the chest showing through this person. So there's something here about confidence and maybe a little bit naivety that's actually helping you or assisting you within this creative endeavor, putting a spark, a pep in your step, giving you that little hit of inspiration, and also even a bit of gusto where somebody who's maybe a bit more jaded in that experience, or maybe has a little bit more experience in whatever fields you're trying to go into, they may be a little bit more discouraged. But because you're coming at something with new, fresh eyes, there's going to be this experience of serendipity, something happening to you because you're not following things by the book, if that makes sense. And the card that came out for you, I just saw 444 on the clock. It was like 2444, so 2444. Let me think about that. So if there were 2 444s, that's like 6 444s. So there's definitely something that your guides are bringing you towards. And you got the Strength card here with this little lion, and the lion's tail is making an infinity sign. So a lot of you are meant to be leaders in the way that you are approaching something. Lions give us that idea of like leadership energy, but the other thing about a lion is that they work really well within a group. And this strength card is always showing us the ways that we are able to work domestically or train ourselves. This is about taming these impulses into a system or into a function where they work. And so for a lot of you, this is about giving yourself the right discipline emotionally to allow you to move forward and feel like you are completely rid of something. So I don't know if any of you have ever done some kind of energy work or some kind of healing or set some intentions and you don't feel like you feel like the energy keeps following you no matter like what. And so there's something here about finality or being able to fully release and see something change for good within your life. And that's kind of what the strength card is showing me, is that there's going to be some kind of movement or change within you that is permanent, and you will see this throughout your entire spirit. Yeah, I want to get some more context, and I think I want to move into the oracle deck that I have here. I will have all my decks listed in the description as usual, but I don't want to hold you here for too much longer. So you got 3 cards. Perfect. Okay. Each of them has an affirmation on them, and I'm not going to read the reversed ones. I don't feel like they need to be reversed. So the first one is 12, reach out. And the affirmation on it is, I reach out my hand and my heart to connect to and unite all of humanity. So this is the energy I was getting for a lot of you at the beginning. You're somebody that's very connected to others, and this is actually a strength of yours. And that's maybe what was coming through in that strength card, is that even though you might not see yourself as a leader, you may not see the effects of yourself being a leader in a more traditional sense where you have, a position of power or authority. There's something here about you being able to lead and guide and connect with others in a way that a lot of people who are in positions of power can't even fully get a grasp on doing, because they're so removed from humanity and what is happening on the ground level. So you being able to reach out to be in the position that you're at is actually divinely orchestrated by spirit, so that you can know what you know, so that you can be who you are and be around the people who are who they are, if that makes sense. So if you're somebody who is experiencing homelessness for a certain period of time, you're around other people likely who are also experiencing that, so you're going to have more empathy towards that experience, not only because you went through it, but because you knew people who went through it as well, and you empathized with them and knew their path and knew their story. So that's just an example, kind of an extreme example, I guess, but things like that. Like there's something about you having that direct connection, that direct line to other beings, and being able to really make an impact, have an influence on other people, other beings because of that. So that's your first energy. And the other 2, the second one is 21, your own path. I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. There's the word strength again. So this is not a coincidence, not just a blind synchronicity. This is a synchronicity that's happening really purposefully in this reading, because this is something that's building within you, is your own inner strength, your ability to face challenges and come out with some sense of clarity and guidance from those challenges. And I'm thinking about this documentary I watched on a couple who started their own farm. I think it was called Little Big Farm or something. It's on HBO or Max. And basically every challenge that they face, they had to come up with an organic solution, looking at what they already had around them. So for example, there were like snails all over the trees that they were growing in their orchard, and they had a bunch of ducks, and these snails were taking over, and they realized that the ducks would eat the snails, so they brought the ducks into the orchard. And so like, even though it was causing them so much strife for like a whole season, their entire crop just was like ruined. So it's not like they, you know, instantly came up with this solution. They knew that they had the pieces to fit the puzzle. But it's something that actually ended up becoming a really harmonious ecosystem in the end. So there's something here about, you know, following your own path. You're gonna have all of the keys that you need to open all the doors that you need to get through. It's what your spirit guides, your ancestors, and your ascended masters and angels are saying. So this last card that you have here is 19, a nurturing heart mother. And it says, I am a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. And there is the word reach out again. So the fact that you have all three of these cards that have very similar coloration on them as well, these like blues and these greens and the browns and the white light that's in all of them, there's something here about you being able to be a compassionate soul towards others, but not take on their suffering as your own, allowing yourself to be open to bringing others the love, the guidance, the connection, and the nurturing that they need, as well as yourself. Though a good mother, like the earth, always has boundaries and always has a certain amount of discipline involved. And that's what we were getting with the strength card, is about disciplining yourself into understanding certain things and being able to have a real strong connection to the emotional body without it controlling you. So again, there's something about domesticating or taming certain aspects of your life. So if there are people around you that really need this guidance, it's really important for you to be able to love and have compassion while still protecting and nurturing your own heart and your own self. And like the wolf is also, like the lion, a group-oriented animal, and they are seen as symbols of leadership when they're by themselves. So it's really important to allow yourself to traverse many different social groups or many different roles that you might play in different areas with grace, and allow yourself to be excited about being in different positions. Maybe you're at the bottom in a certain group, or you perceive yourself being at the bottom or being more powerless in certain groups, and being at the top, being really heightened. And you know, maybe even as I'm talking, I'm feeling like the hierarchy doesn't matter. It's just more of how you're perceiving yourself in that hierarchy, because I feel like the ego side of the wolf animal, or the wolf spirit, is kind of about hierarchy and dominance. And so maybe shedding those patterns around that and stepping more into that mothering side of yourself, which is, you know, regardless of gender, this is a part of ourselves that, you know, holds ourselves accountable, but also is really in touch with the emotional body and allows for us to feel safe, to feel seen, and feel like our needs are being taken care of. And as I say that, my stomach is gurgling, so I hope you're not hearing that too much. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful messages, group 2. And I'm gonna give you a final affirmation card from a deck that I created to close out this energy session and reading. And I'm just praying that this brought you so much clarity and love and guidance, and help to change and uplift your energy today in the ways that you need. So yeah. And your affirmation is, I accept my reality for exactly how it is. This releases me from anguish and allows me to transform. I don't think I have anything else to say beyond that. Come through, guides. I just want to send you so much love, so much gratitude, and I'm so thankful that you were here, committed to your own journey, and just here to support me as well today. So thank you so much, group 2. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in another video, my friend. Bye.